Hello guys, this is the continuation of our course series Public Economics, and this is Unit 5, Public Goods and Externalities. We have seen in the earliest video that the positive externality and negative externalities and how the government try to mitigate the effects using tax or subsidies. Now let's see the other policy instruments. One is command and control, and other one is the capping and trading of pollution rights. So in case of pollution, government across the world tries to set some kind of standards. For example, there were Bharat 4 standards in 2010 for all motor vehicles, and then Bharat 6. These standards are based on solid scientific and technical studies. Government also keeps in view that the citizens are able to afford these technologies and economy should not go into a paralysis. So government gives enough time window to shift from old standards to new standards in order to reduce the pollution. But in every case, this may not lead to an efficient level, the level where there is no welfare loss. So we will understand one case using this graph. Suppose there are two firms, firm A, this is marginal social benefit curve of A, and firm B, marginal social benefit of firm B. Their marginal social benefit curve is different, maybe because firm A is using old technology or old machines and firm B is using new technology and new machines. So firm B is more efficient than firm A in that case. So for simplicity, we are assuming there is no private marginal cost. So in that case, marginal external benefit will be equal to marginal social cost. So the efficient production for firm A will be the point here where its benefits are greater than the cost. So this will be the efficient outcome or quantity firm A should produce. And for firm B, this should be the efficient point and quantity QB should be the efficient quantity firm B should produce. So suppose the government puts some restrictions of quantity QR. No firm can produce more than QR quantity. Now in this case, firm A will produce more than its efficient quantity. And this area where the benefits of production from firm A is less than the cost. So this is the welfare loss to the society in case of firm A. And in case of firm B will produce less than its efficient output. So instead of QB quantity, it will produce only QR, and this area where the benefits were higher than the cost, we are missing this area. So this will be the welfare loss. The total welfare loss for the society is for firm A we are losing and for firm B we are missing. So setting constant standards for different firms who has different marginal social benefit curves may not lead into the efficient level. Similar case can be made if even the firms have the similar marginal social benefit curve but their locations is different. So suppose this is the firm A and B marginal social benefit curve, and in that case if they are on two different locations, one location can be that where the marginal social cost of pollution is very critical because the pollution level is already on a critical level at that place. So producing one more unit will cause more harm to the society. And the other factory could be at a location where the environment level is very safe. Producing one extra unit will not bother that much, will not increase pollution level that critical. So in that case, for location 1, this should be the efficient output, and for location 2, this should be the efficient output. If the government decide not more than QR output should be there, then the firm A will produce at location A more than its efficient level, and on location 2 less than its efficient level. So we are also having a welfare loss if the firms are with the same technology but they are on different locations where comparative pollution levels and marginal social costs are different. So next is the capping and trading of pollution rights. So this is in the line of Coase proposals. There were two main important things. One was the clear property rights, and the second one was that the no transaction cost. So this capping and trading of pollution rights first implemented by the Environmental Protection Agency of USA. So this is how the trading of pollution rights works. There is the regulator, who is the government, who auction these pollution rights in the market, and pollution sources with the industries, they purchase these pollution rights based on their requirements, how much pollution they are gonna emit in the environment. If they invest in research and development and they can reduce their pollution level, then they can trade, they can also buy and sell these pollution rights among themselves. And at some point, if the regulator decided to cut down the emission, regulator can buy back these pollution rights from the market. The regulator constantly monitor that each pollution source or industry or factory must have the required number of pollution rights, the amount of pollution they are producing in the environment. So suppose the regulator decides this year allow S amount of pollution in the environment, and this is the total market industry marginal social benefit or demand curve. So this demand curve versus supply decides the price of the pollution right in the market. So suppose there is a firm whose demand curve is like this. So it is not able to afford even a single pollution right. The only way it can operate is by producing zero pollution. If it is not producing zero pollution, it will exit the market. There could be another firm whose demand curve is like this. So that firm will operate at this level where he will buy this amount of pollution right from the market. So the firms have two clear choices: either invest in R&D and bring down their pollution level. So they need to buy less amount of pollution rights from the market so they can save on pollution rights and invest in R&D and bring down their pollution level further. Or if they are not able to invest in R&D or not able to bring down their pollution level, then they must buy the required number of pollution rights from the market. If they are not able to afford those pollution rights, then they will simply exit the market or close down. So this mechanism of trading of pollution right is better than any other way to deal with the pollution. But this is not simple to implement. In many cases, it is not easy to identify who is the polluter. But if we are able to assign clear property rights and regulate and monitor, then this model of capping and trading of pollution right is better than any other Pigouvian tax or even the command and control. So that's it for this video, guys. See you in the next, and leave your feedback in the comment section below. See you guys.